G'day, Justin Hogg here from Right Source, The Great Outdoors, talking governance and not-for-profits, but probably something a little different today in, I suppose, the work that we do and work with organisations, but also at Right Source and the work that we do. You get a lot of experience, and I think one of the things that's interesting in experience is that sometimes things just seem to work. And I know a few people that kid with me who go, well, how did that happen? How did you get that to work? And quite often my response is, well, it's better to be lucky than good. In some respects, that's used as a bit of a, deflection to sort of not go into detail and just, accept that something's gone well and, don't need to look at it too hard and just be grateful. But there is a bit more to it. And today I thought as a bit of a lighter video or a bit more interesting is to talk as to why I think it's better to be lucky than good. So here we go. So let's start with what does good mean? And for this context, it's reasonably broad. So to be good, you could be well-educated, you could have experience, you could have good intentions. It is, I suppose, having qualities that are positive, if you like. And these could be all types of qualities. You could be someone who is experienced in business. Well, that's good. You could be someone who's done a PhD. Well, that's good. You could be someone who's raised a family. Well, that's good too. They're all different goods. But why would it then be better to be lucky than good? And look, this is really about, I suppose, in some respects, a business context, but can be in a life context as well. So for me, where this starts to fall into place is when you look at lucky really being the combination of preparation and opportunity. To me, that is what luck is. Luck doesn't magically happen, though it's nice to feel that it does. And when it does happen, it does feel magical. But really, when you get down to it, luck is preparation plus opportunity. Now, I first started to experience this in golf. It's always the good golfers that seem to get the luck. Well, this is absolutely true from my experience, but it's also because quite often it's the good golfers who spent hours at the driving range and play every day and done a lot of work. And it's that preparation that when that opportunity presents itself, they're there and ready to capture it. So let's take that from a business context. So what does preparation mean in a business context? And for me, planning is part of it, but planning is a little static. Really what preparation for me is, it's actually putting those plans into action and seeing what happens. Feedback loop, making mistakes. And I tell you, in anything you do, it's the mistakes that you make that give you the learnings, that's where the value is. So preparation is also then reflecting on mistakes they've made, which that is not an easy process to do because quite often it's admitting that you're wrong and working out what the better path would have been. So preparation is that part. Preparation is also looking at when opportunities are missed, because you will miss opportunities, and what you could have done better to have got those opportunities so when they come around again. And this then ties into, well, opportunities, they're not always there and they don't magically happen. And when opportunities do come along, I completely agree with the statement that opportunities knock once. Now, that's not to say that you don't get multiple opportunities, but each individual opportunity that comes along does only knock once. In which case, it's not that it's going to ask you again and again. Say, hey, I'm here. Hey, did you miss me? It's not going to do that. It's going to go, there's an opportunity here, you interested? And if you're not, it'll move on. So opportunities knocking once is not about you miss it and it's gone. It's about paying attention. So to get opportunities, it's about listening. And if you're not listening for the opportunity, if you're too busy just being busy, or if you're just daydreaming and not paying attention, either of those ones, so standing still doing nothing, or just being flat out, both instances, you're going to miss opportunities. So opportunities and paying attention is really about making sure you're giving yourself space, or you have mechanisms to pay attention to what's going on, to listen to what's going on around you. Because even sometimes that process might mean that you see the opportunity, but it's already gone. But again, that then falls back into part of your preparation, in that if you then realize you've missed opportunities, well then you can learn from it. It can be about your preparation. Now, all of this, the preparation, the opportunity, it's all in motion, it's all happening. And I think that's one of the very different things about being lucky, is that you're doing things, it's motion. Whereas being good is static, you're stationary, you're waiting for something to happen. So there's that, and I think another phrase that I've heard that captures this well for me is that in theory and practice are the same, but in practice they're not. And this really talks to, like, you set a plan, you put it in action, you see what happens, things change. and then you learn, so you go back, you replan. It's iterative, you do it again and again. And this is again the preparation. So the other thing with opportunities as well is that people feel like, and I feel it too, it's like, well, you need to be the first one there. You need to be the person to see it, because if you're not, someone else will grab it and then you'll never get it again. Now, that's true. And again, the early bird catches the worm, absolutely. Being the first one there can make it easier because there's no one else around. So you do get that, that free play. You don't have any competition necessarily, but competition can allow you to learn, which is why the second mouse gets the cheese. So this is about, being second there, being later to that opportunity, but still getting the opportunity isn't necessarily wrong, because you can often learn from other people's mistakes. So don't feel like if you miss an opportunity that it's gone and you'll never get that opportunity again. There will be other opportunities, you just need to pay attention. And it then all flows back to that preparation and those thousands of things that you do in that preparation, that then one day you become an overnight success that took 7 years in the making or 5 years in the making. It's all that preparation you've done that gives you the knowledge, that gives you that understanding, that gives you that time to reflect, to see the opportunity, to seize the opportunity, and to make it work. And that's why, to me, being lucky is better than being good, because it's a lot harder to be lucky, but the potential to do well or to find that opportunity is much more likely. So there's a little bit of a different video for you guys today. I hope you enjoy it. I'm more than happy to hear your comments down below or to hear your feedback as to whether you think it's better to be lucky than good. Happy to join the conversation. But otherwise, thanks for your time. There's other videos, probably not quite the same as this, but good videos on YouTube in terms of the not-for-profit space and governance, so definitely check those out. Thanks very much for your time today. Thanks for sharing a moment with me. It's been Justin Hogg from RightSource.